Well, good morning. It's morning here in Canada for me. I just woke up. So if anyway, I haven't had my coffee yet. Um, and welcome to another Art Journaling with Wilna. I don't even consider this a tutorial. This is just my journey that I want to share with you how I make my art journals. I think it is even more personal than scrapbooking. But I'm just happy to be doing it. I created this whole weekend. I was home alone and I couldn't be more happy. To create art journals for me is really like a trip. There's no other way I can explain it. It's a serotonin high. It's I don't know, a trip. I just get so high on the artistic value of it, the creating part of it that I can't begin to explain it to you. And I think that's why I want everyone in the world to do it with me. You don't know how absolutely awesome it is. You don't know what chemicals happen in your body until you've done it. It's amazing. Okay, so if you're not weirded out by this time and you're still watching, then this is the bundle that I created for the next 4 weeks worth of art journals. And here you can see some of the images. I created this one rather big, so you have to print it out in 2 stages, and there's 2 PDFs, so you print them out exactly like I did here. And I want to do an image transfer of them. You can see my images are navy or blue, and I changed that after the fact. It was too light, so I changed it to black. So if you want to do this page with me, then I suggest you print them out and you'll see that it's black, and that's fine. Do it, because in later on in the video you'll see I actually outlined the flowers again with a black pen just because it was so light. So I'm doing an image transfer. I'm just adding Mod Podge to the back of the laser print. This is not a laser print, sorry. This is a inkjet print. I just have an inkjet printer. Someone said to me that laser printing will work better for image transfer, and I'm very, very eager to try that, because I know this one didn't work great, but in the end it looked wonderful. I absolutely love this page. Okay, so I'm adding Mod Podge. You saw in the very beginning while I was talking nonsense that I primed my page with gesso and a card, just scraping it really thin, and now I'm just doing this. So if you print it out, you'll see the two parts overlap a little bit, so you just have to cut off like half a centimeter of one of the parts, and make sure that you don't duplicate that little strip. But I did it on purpose, just so, because every printer is different, and I thought rather be safe than sorry. Don't put any Mod Podge on top of your paper, just on the printed part and on the actual book, but don't go with Mod Podge on top of it, because in the end you want to rub off the paper and then your imagery will remain, and if there's Mod Podge on top of it, it's very hard to get it off. So yeah, I actually my video is sped up twice, so that's why it's a little faster. I think I should slow it down, because my brain can't think as fast as my video is moving today, so I think that's the problem. Or maybe I should just pause and go and get coffee. But anyway, so now you just want it to dry completely. This is the big part about image transfer. You don't want any wet parts on your page before you continue. But I must say the Strathmore books are amazing. The heavy paper is wonderful to work on, and the priming works like a charm, because you can actually work with water on it and it doesn't harm the paper at all. You can see that little bird in the top corner of my video. That's what we're going to be doing for another page. But just so you know, I'm spraying it with water and then I'm just going to rub off the back part of the paper. But anyway, just so you know, I work on all 4 journals at once. So I take a day or 2 days out of my schedule and I just create the art journals and then I do the videos and post them on for the next 4 weeks. I have to work a little more clever in my scrapbooking and art journaling videos, because otherwise it just becomes way too overwhelming for me. And when I do it this way, it's not more work, funny enough, for me to do 4 versus just 1. It's almost the same amount of work, but it frees my time up tremendously. And you know what helps, and this is what I find, is I need time to actually paint paintings and things as well. The flowers you see here is actually a painting that I'm painting right now. I did the drawing and I don't know why I didn't finish it. Usually I just can't wait to finish it, but I didn't finish it, and in the end I was so happy because I just took a photograph of the drawing and then I made it into this file. You don't want to go over the paper with your fingers too hard. Rub very, very lightly. And you can see it looks lovely. I think I wished it was a little darker, because if it's too dark, you can always just add a little very light gesso layer over it to tone it back down. But if it's too light, then it's hard work to bring up the image again. You'll find in the bundle that I made that you can actually just print off the flowers, or you can just print off the words, and then there's one where you can print both of them off. So I hope you enjoy it. And the bundle is on iHeartStudio, and I sell it for $10, but if you divide it by 4 weeks, it's less than $3 a week. And I think it's fun. I was talking about it earlier and I really sound weird, hey, if I talk about it like that. But until you've done it, you really don't know. It's the sum of art journaling is way more than the parts. It's the euphoria that it creates in your heart and mind is way more than just the painting and the drawing and the image transfers and everything. It's such a sense of accomplishment. So yeah, and also with these 4 weeks of art journals, I decided to actually finish it and just journal on them. And I must tell you, that really made a difference for me. So now I'm going to paint. This part was so easy, and look, you can almost be done with the art journal almost. I love this imagery so much. I'm using Prussian blue. It's one of my favorite paint colors. And this is acrylic paint, if you were wondering. So I was thinking, when this part was dry, I was thinking, you know what, for an art journal, one should use smaller paint strokes and not as big paint strokes. I think a smaller canvas demands a little bit finer work, and that's actually what I was thinking about doing the rest of the art journals as well. And in finishing this one, I wanted it to be a little bit more delicate than just rough paint strokes, I'm lazy. You can see I'm working the white in there and it's blending with the blue, and I'm okay with it. This is one thing about acrylic paint that's so fantastic, is the way that how quickly it dries, and then how you can paint over it, almost like in the left hand corner you can see how the blue comes through the white, and that is lovely. I just love that look. Also, with the 4 journals that I made this weekend, I decided to You see, those paint strokes could have been a little bit finer. In the end, I don't know. I didn't like them. I think they weren't delicate enough. This page is rather delicate, in my mind, at least. Anyway, so I wanted to say something important. There you can see I started to draw over the flowers. I wanted to make it darker. And I'm using a Zig pen, writer for vellum. It's acid-free pigment ink, which is always something you're looking for in a pen when you write on any type of wet media. You want pigment ink, because then you know if a water drops on it, it won't flow like a dye ink, for instance. So this is the pen also that I used for my journaling. It wrote amazingly on the acrylic paint. Okay, I remember what I wanted to say, but first of all, you can see I'm using just a plain crayon to color my flowers. And I mean, this is like I've said numerous times, coloring for adults, and it's fine. I'm mixing the colors in, and it just becomes such a vivid focal point. What I wanted to say, here it comes. No, it's nothing spectacular. It's just that I decided to really keep it simple. This 4 weeks of art journaling, I don't know, if things get too complicated for me in life, then I just want to quit. If I always endeavor to keep it simple, then things become palatable for me and doable for me in every aspect of life. That's just my philosophy, is keep it simple and uncluttered and uncomplicated. So I think that's the avenue I want to go down with art journaling, because I think art journaling is really like Alice's rabbit hole. Once you get down, you can get lost in it, and I think to keep things simple means that it makes it duplicatable. I want someone to look at the art journaling that's not artistic at all. I have a friend, she's my fitness instructor, and we've become very good friends. And I want her to be able to look at my videos. Colleen, you just get on this, okay, girl, and you just do one of these art journals, and you show people that, it's duplicatable. So that's her name. So Colleen, I can't wait to see your art journal. She actually texted me this morning, said she found an old book in the garage. So maybe I'll just give her a book and say, get on it. So I'm just coloring with the crayons. And I mean, it's not rocket science. The lovely thing is that we can all do exactly the same image, but it will look different for every single person. And how glad I am that I found image transfer. I mean, I'm still working on it. It's still not perfect. You'll see in later videos that I struggle with a couple just getting it right, but I absolutely love the idea that you can just transfer an image and everyone can do it. So how awesome is that? So now I'm going to paint some more. I wanted something a little warmer on the background, so I'm adding white with a touch of yellow to make almost like a warm, like a light yellow or a cream colored background. And you can see that I used a smaller brush, and I'm just being a little bit more delicate about the whole painting thing here. So it's just a little bit of cadmium yellow mixed in with white. And I'm going to play you some music now, because I don't think there's a lot that I can say. It's better that you just watch, right? Okay. I just want to say the song that inspired this page or this journaling is a song by Hillsong United. And you can actually listen to it on my blog. I'm going to post it on my blog. It's absolutely a beautiful, inspirational song. And you know what, again, if you're new to my videos, my art journaling is a spiritual thing for me. I'm going to, it's more of a prayer journal. I write prayers and you can read the journaling. I decided to, I'm painting Touch the Sky. That's the name of the song. And I'm just going to add some paint splatters. But anyway, so you can actually read the journaling. It's not too personal, but it's very sincere. And I'm very honest about everything that I write on my journals. So thank you so much for watching. Come to my blog, wilnafurstenberg.com. You can find related products there. And I'm just happy that you watched it, and your comments are, as always, incredibly appreciated, especially on my art journaling. I would love to hear your thoughts, and actually I would love to see what you make. See you next week. Bye-bye.